Cindy Cisneros, owner of Creatively LLC, and this is the Create Well Minute Cast, episode 124. And today we're talking about creative people and alienation from family and friends. So, oftentimes I will hear things in waves, and I talk about this a lot in the creatively rooms from my clients, and it will prompt me to do some background research and then put more resources on my website about it. And this is one of those things. So I hear a lot from my creatively clients about small friend groups and or rejection from friend groups, larger friend groups, and or rejection from or difficulties in family of origin. So this prompted me to do some research because it tracks initially with my thoughts about creative people pursuing authenticity, not going mainstream, daring to kind of question things and find answers for themselves, bringing up conflict in relationships and being very specific about who they want to have close relationships with. And lo and behold, I did not have to dig very far, and I will cite the research. I'm going to link this to the article that I'm going to put out, and I will cite the research that I found, that it is normal, if not common, for creative people to have a small number of close friendships from different groups of friends rather than the same group of friends that may be something we more regularly think about, like the TV show Friends, right? For example, and to have family of origin, let's say stories or rejection or tension. And so it's for a lot of the reasons when you look at the research, and I'll be more specific again when I write this out if you want to see some of that research, that I had supposed, which was that search for authenticity and that need to have authentic relationships as well. So where many of us, many people in general, are socially looking for connections and wanting to have, let's say, a group of connections and fitting into a group of social situations and people, creative people, it's much more normative for them to want to have authentic and deep connections, which will lend themselves to fewer connections and connections with one person from this place, one person from this place, one person from this place, and one person from this place, for example, rather than wanting to kind of chameleon into a whole group in general, which is socially and societally kind of more typical. And so what we see a lot with creative people, and what I see a lot with creative people, what research has found with creative people, is that they will have, let's say, a pocket of a smaller group of friends, each from different other larger groups. So you may go to a social event, for example, with one of your friends, and the person who invited you may be the one person that you know out of everybody else who is there because they are one of the people that you've chosen that you connect with in a very authentic way. But the rest of the group you either haven't met or don't connect with in that same way. And that connection, that authentic connection, is what is important and meaningful to you. Now, similarly with family of origin, we're all genetically sharing material, or we're all born or sharing the same household or brought into or otherwise sharing the same household for a period of time. But what else we have in common is more or less up to chance. And so while people place different emphasis on what you share together as a family, sharing a household or genetically sharing or etc. and so on, if you as a creative person feel like you want to establish your own preferences and your own interests and your own even traditions and beliefs and so on, which again, this authenticity piece is very important to creative people. It can push you outside of traditions and norms and standards of your household and of your family, which can create conflict. And so seeing that kind of tension in families where one person is creative is not unexpected and is something that can be seen fairly regularly. Now, this changes when multiple people in the family are creative. highly creative, or all the people in the household are highly creative, but of course there are many variables that are at play. So these are just some things to consider, something for you to think about for yourself as a creative person with your own sociological, with your own family histories. If this is something that resonates with you, if it's something you want to learn more about, check out the article also. If you want to learn more about yourself as a creative person, what it means to be creative, what it means to have a creative personality, that's what I'm all about. I would love to help you on that journey, recovering and reclaiming your strengths and standing fully in your power as a creative person. Free consults to all new clients, and always more information, creativelyllc.com. Okay, hopefully helpful, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.